4,500 years later, we still can't build what they built. Under the burning sun of the Egyptian desert rise three monuments that defy logic, time, and even human understanding: the Great Pyramids of Giza. For thousands of years they have stood like silent giants, older than empires, older than most of human history itself. How were they built? Who designed them? And the question that refuses to die: were they built by aliens? The story begins around 2500 BC, during Egypt's Old Kingdom, the age of the pyramids. Pharaohs ruled as living gods, commanding armies of architects, builders, and mathematicians. But the scale of what they created at Giza seems beyond belief, even for them. The Great Pyramid of Khufu, known as the Pyramid of Cheops, was the tallest man-made structure on Earth for almost 4,000 years. Each side measures over 230 meters, aligned with perfect precision to the four cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west. It contains more than 2.3 million limestone blocks, some weighing up to 80 tons. And somehow, these blocks were cut, moved, and stacked with a precision modern engineers still find astonishing. So how did they do it? That's where the mystery begins. Ancient Egyptian records, hieroglyphs carved deep into stone walls, tell stories of divine guidance. The pharaoh was believed to be the link between humans and the gods. Building his eternal resting place was not just a project, it was a sacred duty. But when modern scientists tried to calculate what it would take to build the Great Pyramid using only tools and techniques from 4,500 years ago, the numbers didn't add up. It would require placing one massive block every 2 minutes for 20 years straight, with thousands of workers operating in perfect synchronization. No cranes, no engines, no iron tools. Just copper chisels, ropes, and wooden sledges. Could human hands alone achieve that? In the 20th century, writers like Erich von Däniken introduced a controversial idea. What if they had help from beyond this world? He argued that the precision of the structure, its alignment with Orion's belt, and the mathematical perfection of its geometry pointed to knowledge far beyond that of ancient humans. The Great Pyramid's base is almost a perfect square, and its deviation from true north is less than 1/15 of a degree. The ratio of its height to its base approximates the number pi, something we didn't fully understand until thousands of years later. Could this really be coincidence? But if aliens really helped build it, where's the evidence? There are no strange metals, no alien tools, no futuristic machines. Archaeologists instead find human fingerprints, quarries showing chisel marks, ramps, and even workers' villages near Giza. Inside those ruins are hieroglyphs naming the construction crews, ordinary people with nicknames like the Drunkards of Menkaure and the Friends of Khufu. It seems clear they were not slaves, but skilled Egyptian laborers, proud of their divine mission. Still, some argue the mystery goes deeper. Maybe the Egyptians had a kind of lost technology, not alien but forgotten human genius. Perhaps they understood engineering or physics principles we no longer know. Some theories suggest they used sound vibrations or water power to move massive stones. Others note strange electrical properties inside the pyramid's chambers, hinting they could have been part of an ancient energy system. Even today, the purpose of the narrow shafts inside the Great Pyramid remains unsolved. Many align perfectly with stars, especially Orion's belt and Sirius. Was that a coincidence? Or cosmic design? Why Orion? In Egyptian mythology, Orion represented Osiris, god of the afterlife. The pharaoh's soul was said to ascend to join Osiris among the stars. When you look at the layout of the Giza pyramids, three structures perfectly mirroring the three stars of Orion's belt, it's not just architecture. It's faith carved in stone, a map for eternity. This cosmic connection fuels the alien theory even more. If the gods came from the stars, and the pharaohs were their descendants, maybe the gods weren't gods at all, but beings from another world. Mainstream Egyptologists reject this idea, arguing that human intelligence alone explains these wonders. They remind us that ancient Egyptians invented writing, medicine, mathematics, and astronomy. They organized massive workforces and built cities long before Rome or Greece existed. To them, the pyramids are a testament not to aliens, but to human willpower, faith, and ambition. And yet, the timeline still puzzles us. How did civilization rise so suddenly from small Nile villages to constructing the greatest monument on Earth in just a few centuries? Did they learn it alone, or were they taught? Satellite images reveal that the pyramid's placement isn't random. They align not only with Orion's belt but also with the Nile River, which mirrors the Milky Way. It's as if the Egyptians were recreating heaven on Earth. But why? Why spend decades building something that serves no practical purpose? Because for the Egyptians, death wasn't the end, it was a journey. The pyramid was the launch pad for the pharaoh's soul to reach the stars. Some ancient texts even speak of beings descending from the sky in shining ships. In the pyramid texts, the oldest religious writings known, there are references to the shining ones who came from the heavens. Were these metaphors for gods or memories of something more real? Similar stories appear across the world, in Sumeria, India, the Americas, describing gods descending from the sky to teach humans civilization. Coincidence or fragments of a forgotten truth? Still, archaeology keeps grounding the mystery in human effort. In 2010, researchers discovered the tombs of pyramid builders near Giza, proof of human labor. They weren't slaves but skilled craftsmen, organized in rotating teams. Their graffiti shows pride, the strong ones of Khufu. They left prayers, jokes, even meals preserved in clay pots. This wasn't alien work, it was humanity at its best. Maybe the alien theory is symbolic. Maybe it's not about flying saucers but about inspiration. The pyramids prove that humans once dreamed so big it seems supernatural. They looked at the stars and imagined gods. That imagination drove them to achieve the impossible, to align stone with the cosmos, to make the desert eternal. And that perhaps is the real miracle, that ordinary people, with simple tools and extraordinary faith, built something that feels not of this world. After 4,500 years, the Great Pyramid still stands. It has survived earthquakes, wars, and time itself. It's the only surviving wonder of the ancient world, built before iron, before paper, before even the wheel in its modern form, and yet so perfect that even with today's technology, we struggle to replicate it. So maybe the question isn't, were the pyramids built by aliens? Maybe the real question is, how did humans become so extraordinary that we even have to ask? Even now, scientists study the pyramids to unlock secrets of geometry, energy, and design. Historians argue about its hidden chambers. Tourists stand at its base, staring upward in silent awe. And somewhere in that golden desert wind, between myth and science, the truth still sleeps, waiting to be found. The pyramids are not just monuments of stone. They are messages from the past, written in geometry and mystery. Whether built by the hands of men or guided by something beyond, they remind us of one timeless truth, that the human desire to reach the stars has always been there, long before we ever learned to fly.